And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of From Pillar to Post. I am Joe White. Got a lot to get into today, as you can see there on your screen. Those are the three main topics I'll be covering this week. Of course, we're going to give TLC predictions. We're going to talk about why Vince McMahon on Raw is not worth your time and why you should not buy into this crap. And we're going to talk a little bit about Ring of Honor Final Battle, because I did order the pay-per-view. I was in town to order the pay-per-view, and I thought it was a fairly decent pay-per-view, actually. So let's get into that one first. We'll start from the bottom and work our way up here on the list. Let's go into match results here. Kenny King defeated Eli Islam? Jism? I don't know what it is, but what is it with these wrestlers and these crazy names that nobody can pronounce? But Kenny King went over at about 8 minutes and 55 seconds. Good little match here to open up and to get the crowd going. I liked it. It served its purpose. Moving on. Next up was Jeff Cobb defeating Adam Hangman Page to retain the ROH World Television Championship. These guys went about 13 and a half minutes, and I got to say, this is the first time I ever saw ever have seen Jeff Cobb, and I'm instantly a fan. He's from Hawaii. He kind of looks like Samoa Joe, but leaner. And that damn power slam he does, the aloha means goodbye. First off, what a creative fucking finisher. What a creative name for a finisher. And I'll tell you what, that guy's going to go places. He's going to be in NXT within 5 years. Let me tell you that right now. He's going to be in NXT within the next 5 years. Kelly Klein defeated Madison Rayne and Sumi Siaki for it's a four-corner survival match for the Ring of Honor or Women of Honor World Heavyweight Championship. Kelly Klein. I was instantly drawn to Kelly Klein the moment I saw her. She's beautiful. She's tall. She has to get better ring gear, and here's why. And this is not going to make me Mr. Popular, but it was the truth. If you go back and watch it, she needs to change her name to Camel Toe Klein, because boy, was there some camel toe in that ring. Those little black fight shorts he's got leaves nothing to the imagination. Wow. Oh man, I know, there you go. Joe's sexist. He's looking at the women's crotches. Am I not supposed to be a man when there's women in the ring? I mean, it was a damn good match. I thought it was better than the opening Kenny King Eli Islam match. I'll put it to you that way. All four of these women worked hard. It was nice to see Madison Rayne again. Sumi Siaki's ring gear does her no favors anyway. I don't know what it is with these Japanese women who their ring gear looks like they bought it at a dollar store. But that's what it looked like. It looked like they bought it at a dollar store or their mommy put it together. It looked like it was their recycled 6th grade Halloween costume. I didn't like her ring gear at all. But Kelly Klein really, really impressed me. Karen Q is somebody that I was intrigued by. I think she has potential. I liked her ring gear. Her ring gear fit. Her ring gear was actually the best of the bunch. But Madison Rayne just looks like, that generic diva ring gear. Again, I'm a ring gear mark. If you don't have good gear, it's not, I'm sorry, it's over. Karen Q intrigues me. Karen Q is going to go places. But Kelly Klein, I like Kelly Klein's work. I love the match. Once it got down to her and Siaki, is it Siaki or Sakai? It's Sumi Sakai, isn't it? Yeah, it's Sakai. You can stop shouting, and you Japanese marks can stop shouting into your damn heads. It's Sakai! It's Sakai! He doesn't know Japanese wrestling! The only Japanese he knows is when he goes down to Kabuto's and the guy does the things with the knives. It's damn good eating. But, I did like when it came down to the final two, and I like Kelly Klein's work. She just needs better ring gear. She's a beautiful woman, but my God. I'm going to call her Camel Toe Klein until she changes that ring gear, man. And for all you SJWs out there, blow me. Um, Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Jonathan Gresham in a singles match at 11 and a half minutes. I love Jonathan Gresham in this match. Love Jonathan Gresham here. This was Jonathan Gresham's moment. Despite Zack Sabre Jr. coming into the company, and despite everybody saying, "Oh, we're excited to see Zack Sabre Jr." The British marks, "Hey, Zack Sabre Jr." To me, when I seen him coming in the ring, it's like, "Oh God, here's Mr. Flippity Floppity Flippity Floo," because that's what he is. It's all he'll ever will be. He shows no expression when he fights. He doesn't sell worth a damn. He's a. I'm sorry, I don't like his work. I don't like his work at all. I don't like his look at all. I don't like the ring gear he wears. I don't get what this whole suplex thing is all about. That him and Jeff Cobb wear. What is it like a line of clothing? What are you, fashion models now? Stop. What are you like, NASCAR racers now? Gotta have a little patch. Everybody's gotta have a little patch. But Joe, Brock Lesnar does it. Brock Lesnar does Jimmy George. Yeah, I'm not saying that's any better. What are you gonna have to? What are you gonna have next? You're gonna have a wrestling match, and at the end of every match, the winner is going to. This is good. The winner is gonna get on the microphone with the promo bot 5000, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, so what did you think about that match, or what do you think about your upcoming storyline here?" Blah blah blah. And Renee Young is gonna come up there or whoever, Mandy Leone. Let's use that since she's in Ring of Honor. Mandy Leone's gonna come up there and go, "So why? Tell us about this match and your feud and your future here for Ring of Honor." And the wrestler, they're gonna be panting because they just fought, hard fought match. Well, well, Mandy. First off, I'd like to thank my sponsors: Coca-Cola, Tide, Suplex, Ace Bandages, the Ice House Company for all the free ice they give me over the years, and I got to thank High Spots, and yeah. So I definitely think we had a top 5 match, top 5-star match today. But again, I'd like to thank everybody watching at home, and I'd like to thank Tide because they get my ring gear nice and clean, and High Spots for the ring gear and the boots. And I'd like to thank Walmart for all the free parking that they give me, and the free groceries. Thank you, everybody. And they're gonna have to wear patches all over their ring gear. You're gonna see somebody with a big Walmart patch on their ass, and this guy's sponsored by High Spots, and this guy's sponsored by this, and sponsored by that. It's gonna get that way. That's the impression I get when I see somebody with Suplex or SPLX on their damn gear. It's stupid. Just stop. Just stop. Anyway, Jonathan Gresham, this was his moment. I thought it was a really good match for him. Zack Sabre Jr., however, is still boring. He's like white, dry toast. I can't stand him. And I hope this was, they say he's coming into the company for a while. And they need somebody of his quote-unquote star power, although I don't see him as a star. Because they need more flippity-floppity-flappity flu since the Young Bucks are leaving. So there you go. Matt Taven with TK O'Ryan defeated Dalton Castle with the boys. And this was supposedly for his, Matt Taven has his fake title. It's purple. Golly, Dalton Castle, ever since that injury, man, coming back for this. I know he's had a couple matches since coming back, but man, he's just not the same. He's not the same. It's rough seeing him having to wear a hip and leg brace in that ring. That little black thing that he wears under his ring gear, it's just so distracting to me. I thought the match was great. They gave him 15 minutes, or around 16 minutes, and I thought the match was great. Matt Taven's always a joy to watch, as is Dalton Castle, but man, Dalton Castle just seemed like he's a step off since coming back. And I know all of you are going to say, "Well, stupid Mark, he had surgery. He's not going to be the same." I know. But golly. It's just, it reminds you, it's like, it's like the wrestlers who wear that keto tape, I think it's called, in the ring, that damn muscle tape. in the ring. It's an eyesore. And that hip and leg brace to me is an eyesore. You know? Marty Scurll defeated Christopher Daniels by submission. This was for a number one contender spot for the ROH World Championship. And Christopher Daniels tapped out clean to Scurll. Or is it Scurll or Scurll? It's Scurll, isn't it? Again, these wrestlers with these fucking last names. Why can't he just be Marty Jones? I can pronounce that. Well, Joe, he's gotta have a creative last name because he makes him stand out like Sabre Jr. and Scurll and Castle. Because if you just call him Jones, that's boring. Anyway, Marty Scurll. It sounds like you're mispronouncing that on purpose. That's what it sounds like. Scurll. Okay. Okay, you know, kids, here at South Park Elementary, we got a new student today, okay? His name's Marty Scurll, okay? That's what it sounds like. Sounds like you're Mr. What's his name? Mr. Mackey? Welcome, Marty Scurll, okay? Anyway, they went 17 minutes, 30 seconds. Damn good match. Christopher Daniels is like a fine wine. He just gets better and better with age. And Scurll is just always awesome. I'm sorry, I'm a huge Marty Scurll fan. I like the umbrella look. I like the crow, or the crow, look that he puts on. I guess it's supposed to be a crow or a bird or British. It's very British, and I like it. Flip Gordon defeated Bully Ray in an I Quit match. I'm sorry, but I don't get the appeal of somebody who, hey, I'm Flip Gordon. I'm gonna, and I know the Army Ranger, well, thank you for your service, whatever, and I know this is AC's boy, but when your name is Flip Gordon, I'm sorry, you're not gonna appeal to me. Because you just give away your whole MO. I'm gonna go out there and do a bunch of flips. But this match was pretty good. Bully Ray, of course, is a master of psychology and selling and everything like that. It was really good. Jay Lethal defeated Cody by submission. Really good match here. He retained the Ring of Honor World Championship. Really good match. Really good story. These two just gel together. They got about 23 minutes. And 23 minutes, 45 seconds. Good story here. Very good. I'm curious to see what they do with Jay Lethal after this, because he just signed a new deal with the company not too long ago. We know he's got Marty Scurll lined up. Sounds like you're mispronouncing the word squirrel when you say that. Marty Scurll? My name is Hank Hill. I sell propane and propane accessories. And my dog Ladybird loves to go out there and chase them squirrels. That's what it sounds like. Anyway, he's got Marty Scurll lined up in his future. Dalton Castle's also a contender for him going down the road. But I love this match. This match was everything good. It just reminds you of how, if this AEW thing fails, or if this match here reminded me of why Cody should not go back to WWE ever, as long as Vince McMahon's around. This reminds you of why. This match right here is a reminder of why stars like him, stars like the Young Bucks, Paige, SoCal Uncensored, why they should not go to WWE. Unless you're going to stay in NXT forever. Everything about this pay-per-view reminded you of why WWE sucked, or what WWE could be. The Briscoes defeated SoCal Uncensored and the Young Fucks to win the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships. Just a lot of mayhem, a lot of hardcoreness, a lot of flippity flappity floppity flu, and it is just the thing that they needed to end the show. A lot of blood, a lot of broken. Nobody had any broken bones or injuries coming out of this, thank God. But man, they tore the house down, and it was a glorious 23 minutes of just car crash after car crash after car crash. It was a classic Ring of Honor spot fest with ladders. So It's what put Ring of Honor out there. It's what made Ring of Honor kind of famous, was this type of wrestling. So, and it just, again, it's what Ring of Honor was based on. It's what Ring of Honor is known for. They're sticking to what they know, and it's proven to be useful for them for the last, was it 15, 16 years. So, they started in 2002, so 17 years. 16. I don't know. It's too early to do the math. I just woke up. So it was a really really good match. They had the fallout from this. They've already taped it, and it's interesting to see where they're going from here, storyline wise. Um, I'm reading through these results, and every time I just see cheeseburger, every time I see a wrestler that name associated with wrestling, and it's not what they're serving at the concession stands, I just cringe. God. Thank God he wasn't on the pay-per-view, because I probably would have turned it off during his match. WWE announced yesterday that Vince McMahon is going to come to Raw and shake things up. Oh, man. Oh, sorry, it's me yawning because I can tell already that Raw is going to be that boring Monday. I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to watch it. I'm sorry, this is not enough. This is not enough. What is he going to do? He's going to do one of two things. He's going to come out there, he's going to shake his dick around the ring, and he's either going to fire Baron Corbin or Stephanie and put a new commissioner in place of Raw, which will probably either be him or whatever, or they're going to have a new GM. That's the thing, which will make whatever's happening at TLC tonight absolutely pointless. They're making the pay-per-view pointless already before the pay-per-view even happens. At least one of the matches. You come out there the last month on Raw, ever since Survivor Series, and have had Baron Corbin run roughshod over the entire brand. And when ratings go down, and when people complain, this just shows you that they do listen. They do listen. When people come around and they're bitching about Baron Corbin being on the show so much, and then you have then they're going to come out there and completely undo this. They're going to come out there and completely erase it. And then fans complain about how they have no faith in storylines, how they just switch from one storyline to another at the drop of a hat. Well, it's because you guys don't give shit a chance. It's stupid. Why are they doing it? So how about seeing where they go with it first? Before you bitch about it. It's because you have the attention spans of a goddamn pea. And you can't wait for a month, man. Heaven forbid these millennial wrestling fans, put them in a time machine and take them back to the 80s when storylines lasted a year. Remember the setup for WrestleMania 5 where the Mega Powers collided? Heaven forbid that shit should happen nowadays. But no, McMahon's going to come out there Monday and it's time to shake things up a bit. And of course the crowd, the same crowd who's booing the booking and booing this shit, they're going to buy a ticket. They're going to show up, and when McMahon comes out there, they're going to do the whole gesture where they're bowing down to him, and they're going to cheer him, and they're going to chant which wrestler sucks, and which this sucks, and that sucks. You're targeting the wrong people. Instead of targeting the wrestlers, how about chanting, your booking sucks? Your booking sucks at Vince McMahon tomorrow night. I employ anybody who's listening to this, who is going to Monday Night Raw, this coming Monday, when Vince McMahon comes out there, you should all stand up and turn your backs to him. How about that? And just be quiet. Be silent. Don't give him a reaction. Don't pop for the music. Just when he comes out, when No Chance in Hell comes on, you stand up and you turn your backs to the son of a bitch. Or chant, your booking sucks. Or how about, please retire? How about that? No, they're not going to do that. They're going to come out, hey, it's Vince. Yay. So he's going to come out there and do some things that ain't really going to matter. What are they going to do, another draft? So the talent that's over on SmackDown you can just bring over to Raw and misuse and smack them and do the paintbrush slaps in the face and shove them down our throats and book them horribly. What are we going to have, AJ Styles urinating himself next? I said it before, the urination thing isn't bad considering how I'm sorry, if I was booking it, would I have had Baron Corbin do, I wouldn't have had Big Show grab Drake Maverick at all. But since he did, it makes sense for him to piss himself. It does make sense when you think about it. Is it something that they should have done to begin with? No. But they did it, and they followed up with it in a creative way, I thought. They did kind of make chicken salad out of chicken shit. And again, go back to earlier episodes, because you people are sitting there going, it didn't put in for, what did it do for AOP? It made them badasses who protect their manager. People would have done the same thing for Bobby Heenan back in the day. Come on. Anyway. Well, they're going to do another draft. And they'll bring Samoa Joe to Raw. And god damn it, pal, he's a fat Samoan. He doesn't belong on my flagship show. So we're gonna put Samoa Joe on 205 Live. You can't do that because he weighs over 205 pounds. Still, you get my drift. They're gonna totally, what are they gonna do? A shake up? Another superstar shake up? It makes no sense. Then you got Brian Alvarez talking about how they got big plans for January after the holidays to shake things up. But if you're counting on the Bucks or Cody coming in, no, it's nothing like that. Well, look. Here's the thing. For all of those thinking that the Young Bucks and Cody are gonna come to Raw or come to WWE, Cody's already said he's turned down an offer. And if Cody's turned down an offer, the Bucks are too. The Bucks had their chance. They've had multiple chances to sign with WWE. They don't want to, because they don't want to give up the Hot Topic money. They don't want to give up being the Elite. They don't want to give up the YouTube money and the Hot Topic money and the Pro Wrestling Tees money. So they're going to sit out there and float around as long as the sheep continue to buy their merch. That's what it is. So Alvarez saying that something big is going to happen in January that will improve the ratings. What, you mean they're finally going to get about 2.5 million or 3? It's not enough. Hashtag boycott Raw. TLC predictions. Let's get into TLC predictions and we'll wrap things up today. God, this Mix Match Challenge final. It's been mix matched all right because every team, the only original team is Miz and Asuka. I think. You have Fabulous Truth versus Mahalisha. The winners of this get a vacation of their choosing, and they get the number 30 spot in their respective rumbles, which everybody, I love how these dirt sheet guys are sitting there going, oh my god, Jinder Mahal or R-Truth are going to be number 30. Or it's going to be Carmella and Alicia Fox at number 30. Look, they have not mentioned that this number 30 thing in weeks, I don't think, on the show. I don't watch it, so I really don't know, but I guarantee you they're just going to slip that part under the rug and we're gonna forget about it. And I guarantee you, come Rumble Day, when R-Truth or Carmella, or one of these four are not the number 30 in their respective Rumbles, you're going to hear people bitching, they didn't follow through on the Mixed Match Challenge thing. Well, you're shitting on it anyway right now, so what does it matter if they follow up through with it or not? Guess what? It doesn't matter. God, they can't make you guys happy no matter what they fucking do, can they? If they follow through with it, you're gonna bitch. If they don't, they back there to the storylines again. Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose it's a singles match for the Intercontinental Championship. I'm kind of looking forward to it, but then again, they've mishandled this Dean Ambrose thing so much with the inoculations, and you people stink, and you people have bad breath, and you people don't wipe your ass, and blah 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 blah. The cheap heat. Dean has to go over here. It's a singles match, so he'll probably. I see it ending by count out. Therefore, Seth gets the title. Or if I were booking it, I'd go ahead and give the Dean the title because Seth Rollins doesn't need it anyway. I'm gonna pick Dean Ambrose to win, but he will not win the title. If he does win the title, it'll shock me. Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin in a TLC match. If Strowman wins, he receives a Universal Championship match at the Royal Rumble, and Corbin will be stripped of the all-authoritative power. If Corbin wins, he becomes the full-time GM of Raw. I say Braun comes out. They're going to do the whole thing of count to 10. Ref, go ahead. He's not coming. Go ahead and count him out. Which it's a TLC match. How can somebody get counted out? So, for anybody sitting there going, do a 10 count, that doesn't work. Not even if it's going to be done by forfeit. There's no countouts. So I think what happens is he says, Braun didn't even show up tonight. And all of a sudden Braun's music hits. Corbin looks surprised and shocked. He comes out there with a sling on, beats Baron Corbin with one arm, climbs the ladder, grabs the briefcase or whatever the case may be, and that's it. Or a lot of people are going, Bray Wyatt's going to step in. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Are you people... You see, this proves that the same people who bitch about this shit couldn't write this shit. So when people ask, well, do you have a better idea? Well, these people saying all this stupid shit like Bray Wyatt's going to come in, they couldn't do it better. It would be worse if they were writing this shit. It makes no sense. It makes sense because Braun Strowman was once in the Wyatt family. No, sorry, it's not a good enough reason to me. What, Bray Wyatt's going to come in and win the match, so he's just going to hand a title shot that wasn't his to begin with over... No, come on, see how convoluted it is already when you stupid idiots start talking like that? Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax for the Women's Championship. Nia Jax taps her out. That's it. And I love how people are going, send Nia Jax back to NXT. When will you people learn that the second you send somebody back to the minors, it's over for them? Unless they change their goddamn whole persona, nickname, look, whatever, it's over. Because that NXT is a smart crowd. Yes, they're going to be happy to see them initially. Yay, he's here. But then you're like, oh, he's here. He sucks. And they're going to treat him that way. And they're going to nosedive. Their career's going to nosedive. Then they're going to get released. Well, that's good because then they can hit the indies. Fucking idiots. Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. Again, here's a pay-per-view where there's one world title match, and it's still not going to main event. It's still not going to main event a pay-per-view. Poor AJ cannot get a pay-per-view main event to save his life. Daniel Bryan versus AJ. Daniel Bryan's got to win here. I say he wins it by DQ. I think he gets himself DQ'd. He goes for the nut shot and gets caught. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair versus Asuka triple threat late tables, ladders, and chairs match for the WWE Championship. I want this to be balls to the wall hardcore. I want this to be the WWE version of the ladder war from Ring of Honor. I want to see blood. I want to see people going through tables. I want to see them going through ladders. I want to see them... The chairs thing is so convoluted because you can't hit people over the head no more, nor would I want to see them get hit over the head. But yes, you see the classic hit him in the stomach, and then hit him in the back, and then hit him in the stomach again, and hit him in the back. Here's how I see this playing out. Asuka wins. And then when Vince McMahon comes out and announces the fucking draft, they're going to move Becky to Raw. You then get Charlotte and Asuka in a WrestleMania rematch. And then at WrestleMania, you're going to have Becky and Ronda, because Becky's going to win the Royal Rumble. Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre. Drew wins, Balor gets buried further. What if we see the Demon? He's still losing. He should lose. So there you go. I'm not a huge Drew McIntyre fan. I can't see what all the fuss is about him. To me, he's always going to be that 3MB guy. He's always going to be the chosen one like he was back in the day. And I don't know. It's just something about him. I don't see him as I don't care. Just because you're tall does not mean that you're that good. It's just like with movies. I have something to say about movies here because my kid dragged me to the Spider-Verse movie. Ugh. We'll talk about that on another podcast. But again, just because it's diverse, just because it's different, does not mean it's good. Bad movie is still a bad movie. A bad wrestler is still a bad wrestler. I'm not saying he's bad, but I'm sorry, it's just hard to get over that stigma. Elias versus Bobby Lashley, a ladder match. It's basically a ladder on a pole. Only in this case, it's the WWE uses the coat hanger. So it's a guitar on a coat hanger match. Here's how this goes down. The guitar slips. I think Elias loses. Elias loses here because they want to promote Lashley. The Bar versus the New Day versus the Usos. Triple threat tag team match for the WWE Championship. Why isn't this a ladder match? Why isn't this a TLC match? Why is this not your ladder match? Why do they have a guitar match? Granted, these teams don't need it. And a lot of people are comparing this to your Dudley's, Edge, and Christian Hardy's thing from the early 90s or late 90s, early 2000s. This could be match of the night. It's got potentials. Potential. And I want the Usos to win. However, the Bar needs a win. So I'm going to pick the Usos here, though. Natalya versus Ruby Riott in a tables match. Who cares? I don't care about this match. I don't care about this storyline. I don't care about your dad, who is dead for a full month before you brought it up, is on a fucking table. I don't care. But since I gotta pick one of these guys, I want Ruby Riott to smash Natalya's crazy cat lady ass through the table. Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. This is going on the pre-show, and I hope Buddy Murphy retains. Actually, I'll take that back. I hope Cedric wins. Because I like Cedric Alexander. I like Buddy Murphy, too. I mean, whatever happened to Wesley Blake? Did he get released? I liked him as a tag team. I liked him as a tag team with Bliss in there. But anyway, it's going to be on the pre-show. Another one that I could see them putting on the damn pre-show is the damn Natalya versus Ruby Riott match. It's either going to be we know the cruiserweight match is going to be on the pre-show. The other pre-show match is probably going to be that mixed match challenge bullshit. Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton, and we just had to have a chair match because it's the name of the pay-per-view. I like these two, and I like what they've been doing with them. I think Rey Mysterio goes over here. This has the potential to be either one of the best pay-per-views of the year, or it's totally going to screw the pooch. There's not going to be an in-between here. Anyway, folks, I'm going to get out of here. Those are my TLC predictions and my news on my thoughts on Final Battle, my thoughts on the McMahon thing. Again, I'm not watching Raw. Hashtag boycott Raw. I will not be watching Raw this week. I hope it falls again. I hope that this McMahon thing is not enough. I hope to God that you guys are not blinded by it. And oh, Solomon. Yes, Solomon, I'm talking to you again here, Solomon. I noticed that he's put since 2007 on all of his YouTube videos to remind you that he's been doing this for 10 years, plus years. Well, guess what, dude? I still got you beat by a year because I've been doing it since June of 2006. So, I still got you beat. And you're still fucking, I'm sorry. You're still... Just go and watch his TLC predictions video. It's just so convoluted and full of shit. But nah, his YouTube videos got to go up, and his downloads got to... I notice now he's put all the outlets on the bottom of his shit, reminding you he's on TuneIn and iHeartRadio, which, who listens to fucking iHeartRadio? Anyway. Solomon. Did you get your YouTube videos, Solomon? Did you get your YouTube views? Fuck Solomon. Oh, man. Anyway, I'm Joe White. You've just been taken from pillar to post. I might do a TLC after show. Might not. Depends on how tired I am. I'm tired right now, but I wanted to get this video up before noon today. I'm going back to bed. We'll see you down the road.